Hello and welcome to Pinball Reviews with me, Luke. Today we're going to be talking through this Star Wars machine by Stern from 2017. It's quite a new machine and it's playable here at Special When Lit in Salisbury. We're going to look through how the game works, how to play it, and some of the pros and cons and what I like and I'm not so keen on about it. Let's see how I got on. Okay, so first up you get to choose which character you're playing as. You can choose Han Solo, Leia, R2-D2 and Luke Skywalker. Now really you should go for R2-D2 because this game gives you a lot of points and bonus multipliers, and R2-D2 gets the most options for those bonus multipliers. I've gone for Han Solo mainly just because I like being Han Solo. Not a great start here unfortunately, got a couple of dangers. I'm playing up against Pete, who owns this machine and runs Special When Lit. As you can see, he's gone for R2-D2, and of the options here at the beginning you can choose by pressing the left flipper for your character and the right flipper to choose your bonus. Now if he's got light Death Star missions, that's probably the thing to go for. I think it's the second one down. Is he going to go for it? Yep, looks like he is. Now he's timing his plunge so that he tries and hits one of those three flashing targets underneath the little LCD screen on the table. Now every time you hit those little targets it flashes up a little TIE fighter. You can see it on the little screen there and on the big screen on the back. If you hit 35 different TIE fighters it will then give you a TIE fighter multiple, so that's a easy thing to know to go for when you're playing this game. Now 35 shots does sound like a lot, especially because you've got to hit the targets once and then hit it again to get the target to appear, but you also get a TIE fighter hurry up. There's a little very thin target where that TIE fighter is, the model on the board. He's got it going now, so shoot the TIE fighter. It's flashing quite brightly here, gives him quite a hurry up bonus there, so like 15 million, 30 million, it's counting down. If he hits it, there we go, hits it. Now he's going to hammer that little mini button in the front and that'll smash loads of different TIE fighters, so that's going to give him, quite an advancement towards that TIE fighter multiple. You see people playing Star Wars like they're playing track and field. They smack that middle button really quickly, really fast to try and get as many of those TIE fighters knocked down. There are other things to go for in this game. You can see on the bottom of the field there is a big sort of circular area around that Millennium Falcon. On the left we've got Hoth in the blue lights. At the top in purple we've got the Death Star mission, so two of those are already lit below. On the right we've got Tatooine, and at the bottom we've got Endor. So you can see on the field there's some different targets to light advancements to each of these missions. Unfortunately it's drained there. But he started one of those missions there, the Endor, and he got a good few points on that. So I'm up next. What am I going to go for? Maybe light Endor missions. At least then I've got a little bit of a advancement towards it. Oh no, I went for video mode. So video mode is quite an easy way of getting a few points in this game. You have to hit it into the little blue and Hoth shot just in between that TIE fighter and the little screen. Here we go, I've started it now. Very straightforward this. You press the middle button to speed up and make your Millennium Falcon blue, and you press the left button to move left and the right button to move right around the asteroid field. Now if you don't get hit by any of the asteroids you get quite a good few points. I am not fantastic at this. Let's have a look here. I'm doing alright so far. I'm sure I'm going to hit something sooner or later. There we go. And yeah, when you get to the end you get a bonus amount of points, so 28 million there. So good score just for playing a nice easy little video mode. Now we're out of video mode. Some of the things I like about this game is because it's a Steve Ritchie game, he's created lots of different games which have got a similar sort of feel to them. He did Black Knight, AC/DC, Spider-Man, Star Trek, Game of Thrones, Terminator 2, The Getaway, and for me they all feel very fast games and this is no exception. It's very fast, it returns the ball to flippers very quickly. I'm trying to get some shots here but I'm just struggling to get the ball settled down. I've got a hurry up ready, I've got the TIE fighter there as well, the Death Star. Can I give them? No, it's just bouncing off and then it drains, but never mind. One thing that I don't like about this game, at the end of every ball, if you don't do particularly well, Yoda mocks you basically, which I get a little bit wound up by him, to be honest. I like Yoda less and less since playing this game. But other things I like about this game, the sound is fantastic, it does sound brilliant, it sounds just like you'd expect from Star Wars. They managed to get all the sound effects, all the different things you might want for it. There's a very deep rule set, so there's lots of different options and modes to go for. Pete now working his way through some of the Endor missions, unfortunately drained as well. Again, the speed of this game can really get you down a bit. So I'm going to go for what I'm going to go for when I start my next mode. Let's have a look. Light Endor missions maybe? Yep. Okay, and I'm going to launch from the button. You can also, just like Batman 66, there's a big button in the middle, you can launch off that. I've got a ball saved, it was quite early on to drain there, so not too much to worry about. And I've got it back round one of the mission starts. Once you've got some of the missions lit, you can get it into any of the mission options to start. Now I'm looking at the lights on the board here and saying that I'm lighting all the Tatooine missions and all the Endor missions. So then if I started one of those modes again, I'd get a multiple mode on that mission. So there's 4 possible options for multiple there, and also the TIE Fighter as well. In reality though, I rarely see people complete the Death Star missions because it's such a tight, awkward shot. Likewise with the Tatooine missions, it really helps if you've advanced some of that from your bonus at the beginning. But you can see on the screen there, as I'm playing this Endor mission, as I'm making the flashing shots, that's getting me good points, so that's really, really helping. Now I've got it caught in the right pocket there with the Tatooine mission. Now one thing that also annoys me about this game, when it kicks out of here, you have to try and hit it just right, and I've hit it just wrong and it's drained. I think it might be best as it kicks out there to just let it bounce off the flipper, bounce over to the other side rather than try and hit it, but I've had times when it's come out there and just gone straight down the middle as well, so that kick out on that right scoop is a little bit difficult and a little bit tricky. So now back to Pete, and he's got Shoot the TIE Fighter, so he might well have a chance for multiple now, because I think he's already had this hurry up once. Just needs to get that ball settled down. Being a Steve Ritchie game, I find them really fast, and one thing that's really, really important is to be able to slow that game down. The ball flies about extremely quickly, and if you're doing dead bounces and slowing it down, that's really going to help. Here we go, he's got the extra TIE Fighter multiple. This game, I didn't realise until now actually when looking back in the video, it launches 2 balls from the right when you start TIE Fighter multiple. They just both fire out of the in lane. I don't think I've seen that on any other machine, to be honest. So that's a nice little thing. When you're in this TIE Fighter multiple, you do get some fantastic Star Wars music playing in the background, and lots of explosions coming from those Star Destroyers on the screen at the back. As you can see, Pete's done a nice job there of cradling one ball, taking the shots with the other, and taking his time. You can see he's already gone through all of those Endor mission once, and if he got Endor lit again, which will be on that left ramp, he'd be able to get the Endor battle scene, which I think also leads to a multiple. Unfortunately he's drained, so it's back to me. I'm going to pick on my launch. Oh, I'm not sure, I can't decide. Oh, there we go, the TIE Fighters, because I only need a few more. So now if I get that TIE Fighter, oh, I didn't, I got ball save. It's drained too quickly. I need to go for that multiple as well, so let's see if I can slow it down. Oh, not quite, there we go, that's it. So I'm going to get my multiple as well. There you go, hammering away. You've got to get as many of them as possible, so do try and hit that button really fast, but at the same time, I've seen a lot of people, including myself, take their hand off the flippers and mash that button so quickly, and then your main ball drains, so it can be a bit tricky that also. One thing I really like about this game is the lights. Being LED, it flashes really, really brightly, and when it's in these modes and you've got lots of things going on, it does look absolutely fantastic. Also, because it's such a modern game from only a few years ago, the modern mechanics of the flippers are really fast and really smooth. So it does whip around the board there. It's very, very quick, very, very fast. Other things which are quite cool, which unfortunately you can't see in this video, there is a very cool lightsaber duel mode where the whole playfield goes red and blue. Got a bit of a danger there from trying to save it on the out lane, but I've still got one ball going and I'm still in my Endor mode, so I'm still getting a good few points from this, but when it was in that out lane I did not want to nudge it again on fear of tilting. Back to Pete. I've cut through a bit of his video here because we've gotten straight to one of the modes. I think he might be finishing up his Endor mission. So this is the Endor battle. So this is what you get when you finish those 3 green lights at the bottom. He's now on the bottom one there. So there we go. It started as 2-ball multi-ball for this, and he should be able to get quite a few points of making some of the bigger shots. I think really this is what's made the difference between mine and Pete's game. Pete's won overall. We've both had a multi-ball. We've both done some of the Endor missions, but he's also gone into this battle mode as well, which has helped tip his score just over the edge. Unfortunately in the video you can't quite see the scores at the top. I did unfortunately cut them out of frame just to make sure we could see the flippers. Because here he's scored a huge score because he's got the replay going as well. If you're playing in a normal arcade, replay would mean that had you put £1 in, it gives you another £3 for another go. That's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Well done for people for winning, and here's some final pictures of the game. and a little bit of bonus video now at the end.
I've got to get that. Oh, if I get that shot. Yeah! There we go.